The most dangerous thing you can do with AI right now is use it to close more deals. Not because sales don't matter, because most businesses have no idea how much money they're losing on the deals that they're already closing. AI-driven acceleration doesn't fix that problem. It hides it faster and at greater scale. And that's what this episode is about. So you might ask, why does this happen? Well, here's why smart operators make this mistake. Growth is visible, margin erosion isn't. When a business is looking for the next edge, the instinct is to go to the top line. More leads, more pipeline, more revenue. It feels like momentum and it feels like progress. Every vendor in the room is pointing at the same place. Sales automation, lead generation, funnel optimization. That's where the tools are. That's where the pitch lives. And nobody, not the consultant, not the vendor, and not the advisor, has any incentive to look underneath the funnel. And that's what's actually happening to the revenue once it comes in. So they don't. The operator assumes that growth is the problem. It usually isn't. So the diagnostic breakdown is this. Here's the real pattern. An operator came to me wanting to use AI in his business. No specific problem, no crisis, just a genuine question. Where does AI fit here? We didn't start with tools. We didn't start with vendors. We ran an audit. We used what's called our 10-lane business systems assessment. It maps out every area of the business from revenue generation and financial operations all the way through to delivery, customer success, and reporting. Every workflow, every decision point, everywhere the business either captures value or leaks it. In this case, 2 lanes surfaced, something that nobody had been looking for. In the 2 areas of the business, vendor invoices weren't reconciling against original purchase orders and quotations. Not in every transaction, but on enough of them that the exposure was significant. We ran a pilot against one supplier and $275,000 in overcharges were discovered. One supplier, pilot phase only. So that number doesn't include a full build out, what a full build out will surface across the rest of the business. Nobody came looking for that. It appears because the process was designed to find it. And that's the point. The leak isn't always visible from the top line. It doesn't announce itself. It sits quietly in the transaction layer, in the gap between what was quoted and what was ordered, and finally what was finally invoiced and paid. And if you're scaling sales volume on top of that, you're scaling the leak. So here's the question I want every operator to ask. Can you tell me right now how much margin you're capturing on the deals that you're already closing? So not revenue, but margin. After price reconciliation, after fulfillment, after the actual cost of delivery, can you answer that with confidence? You don't have a sales problem, you have a margin visibility problem. And if that's true, adding AI to your sales process doesn't solve the problem, it makes it invisible faster. The AI decision is not a growth decision, not first. It's a risk decision. Where in this business are we losing money that we can't see? That's the question the 10-lane assessment is built to answer. Fix that first, then scale. Pour more water in only after you've fixed the hole in the bucket. So, authority. Every operator I talk to is thinking about growth, and almost none of them are thinking about what they're losing on every transaction right now. That gap between what looks like opportunity and what's actually happening at the margin level is where AI investments go wrong. Not at the selection stage, not at the implementation stage, at the diagnostic stage. Before anything gets built, we're going to keep pulling on that thread. There are 10 lanes in every business. Sales is just one of the most with the noise around it. The quiet ones are usually where the real money is.